Hi, and welcome to another Minecraft Let's Play. And as always on our Minecraft Let's Plays, we'll be reviewing a drink. I got this drink from the H Mart. It's an Asian grocery store. It's got lots of instructions all over it, which I think is fun. Shake well before drinking. Do not freeze, do not microwave. Best if consumed within 1 to 2 days after opening. I guess that means that I can open it, and then if I so choose, I can drink none of it and place it in the fridge for up to 2 days. And then choose to drink it. Although I feel like that negates the shaking well. Regardless, that is on there. There's also this one lovely little diagram here, which shows you, if the camera will focus, shows you how to get the straw out of the little packet. And it says to just push down and it'll break through. You can do it, straw. Do it. Oh, there it goes. What a lovely little diagram. You know, had I not seen that diagram, I likely would have ripped the straw off the side and then opened it like a heathen. But, you know, clearly that's not what this matcha green tea latte is about. So, serving size 1 bottle. I would, I have to admit that I wouldn't consider this object a bottle, but serving size 1 bottle. So, maybe it's a little more than this, you know, maybe you pour this into a bottle and then you get a second one and fill the bottle all the way up, and that's when you have the one that's been opened but that you're gonna drink in 1 to 2 days after opening. It's 130 calories. There are no fats. There's less than 5 milligrams of cholesterol, 1%. There's 60 milligrams of sodium, which is 2% of your daily value. All the percentages, of course, are based on a 2,000 calorie diet, and the percentage that this contains of what you need from a 2,000 calorie diet. I don't know who adds all those up, but I'll continue. Total carbohydrates, 28 grams, 9%. Those carbohydrates contain a gram of dietary fibers, 23 grams of total sugar, and 18 grams added sugar. I don't know why there's a total and an added, but the sugars total 36% of your daily recommended value of sugar. There's also 5 grams of protein in here. So we're, you know, they should just put muscle milk matcha tea latte on this and just, I need to see a bunch of YouTubers getting sponsored to market this towards gamers. No, it doesn't have taurine or whatever that's in like Monsters, so never mind. We need it marketed toward bodybuilders. For some reason, even though there is 0% vitamin D, it is listed here as 0%. Perhaps it's added because this is a milk product. They want you to know that there's 0% your daily recommended value of vitamin D. There is, however, 15% of your daily recommended amount of calcium, which is 145 milligrams. There's 0.4 milligrams of iron, 2% of your daily recommended, and 210 milligrams of potassium. This is a nice source of potassium at a nice 6%. Good amount of calcium and potassium in this. Surprising amount of protein, being that there's any at all. Let's move on to the ingredient list. Water, sugar, skim milk powder, dextrin, powdered green tea, crystalline cellulose, sodium ascorbate, natural flavor, sodium carboxymethyl cellulose, xanthan gum, and rapeseed oil. Interesting ingredient list. This is a product of Japan. It is 6.8 fluid ounces, 200 milliliters. And it is apparently a bottle. So, it did say shake well before drinking. And I've made sure not to freeze or microwave it also. How well is well? Is that well enough? I mean, it stopped making noise. So I assume that that's well enough. So there's a lovely little like sealed piece of plastic. Even though the cup is recyclable, this piece is not. But on that little sealed piece of plastic, it shows two methods of consuming the beverage. Well, first of all, we need to do this to the straw, exactly as depicted. Otherwise, the straw will not function, of course. And that's that. So it didn't make a satisfying click, which I'm a little disappointed about, but it is extended. Now, the distinguishing factor between these two photos, I'm sure, is not hard to tell. You can either have the lid on and put the straw through the lid, or you can just use the lid as a nice little coaster, a nice little rest for your cup. I'm curious how well it fits in here. Not very well, right? Like if you're telling me on your little seal that I should use this as a coaster, I want it to slot in there absolutely flawlessly. I want it to feel so satisfying to put my little cup in that little thing, but it doesn't. So I'm gonna go with method A because I don't find the coaster method satisfying. If I found it more satisfying, I'd probably go with B in this instance because I'm not going to be moving in any way, and so I don't necessarily need the lid for any dramatic action activity like Tokyo drifting my car. So I'm going to attempt to peel this open without spilling it. Knowing me, that will not occur. It's pretty well sealed on there. I'm kind of trying to find a way to make it give without just destroying myself. Oh, there it goes. Oh no. See, now this is a problem. I have dislodged the foil seal from the plastic seal, and so the cup is still sealed. So if I keep pulling right here, it's still going to be sealed. So I need to figure out how to get that plastic part, which has delaminated, to start coming up also. Not really happening. See here, maybe you can see what I mean better now. But, yeah. So that's a shame. Because now I'm going to have to, like, cut it open or something. And this seems like a nice thing to, like, pick up at a 7-Eleven or something. And just peel open and drink as you continue on with your day. But then this happens. I think that is poor design. Like, did they not test opening this? And then consider the instance in which it would be used? and think about how that might be inconvenient, because it is. I just had a small realization though. There is, for all the instructions on this cup, there's no instruction that actually tells you to remove this seal. There is a convenient tab for gripping, for grabbing, and peeling. And that is what prompted me to peel this open. But I was also given a straw that might puncture this seal. And so, perhaps, this was a fruitless effort. Perhaps I should just pretend that I have, decided trial by You know, they don't have instructions past this point. They have instructions on releasing the straw from its cellulose prison. Cellophane prison. That's the word. And they have instructions for opening the straw, and then, of course, instructions for consuming the beverage, but not instructions for how to get to that point. So, another misstep on Moriyama Matcha Latte. But regardless, let us try to stab this with the straw and see if the straw has enough power sealed within its left arm to puncture this beverage. No, it has collapsed. It's made very little a dent in the top. While it did make a dent, though, there are small dents now where I struck it in my attempts. Okay. So, back to the peeling. Perhaps this has become delicate enough to be pierced with the straw, and I can just peel this back far enough to attempt that. That has succeeded. But if we remember from the top, right, you can either drink it with the lid on or the lid is a coaster. And I want to drink it with the lid on, but I'm not sure now how to get the lid on over the straw. I feel like I wanted to stick the straw through the lid that way as opposed to upward. The issues continue. It's okay. Moriyama has much more to time to hopefully appease me with the flavor of its matcha latte green tea with milk. I feel like I could make something comparable in my own kitchen by just mixing some matcha powder into some milk And so I'm a bit disappointed. There's no, I don't know. There's very little draw to this in my mind. It's not bad, but like I said, it's very plain. And, there's nothing that feels very, like, latte about it. Lattes have milk foam, which is, I think, the biggest draw of a latte. And I did shake this well, even if I fiddled with it multiple times since shaking it well. This just doesn't, like, it doesn't have, like, a creamy, fluffy kind of a latte vibe to it. It really just tastes like matcha milk. Latte shouldn't be on here. They should just say green tea with milk. Why it is called a latte, I don't know. You can't just add milk to something and call it a latte. Okay, Moriyama? That's all I have to say. It's very simple. I'm not unhappy with it. I don't feel like it was a waste of money, but I would never purchase it again. So thanks for coming to my Minecraft Let's Play video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to free me from my cellophane prison. Yeah.